Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Unitarian Congregation of Guelph. My name is Lisa Clendenning. I'm a registered social worker, psychotherapist, and Qigong instructor. I will be your service leader and Qigong teacher for today's service, which will be an introduction to embodying the energies of earth and sky, yin and yang. Welcome to all of you, familiar faces and newcomers. Welcome here in the building and to those of you who are joining us on Zoom. At UCG, we strive to be a community where everyone is welcome, no matter your age, gender, sexual orientation, abilities, or race. We welcome all who come in search of truth and meaning, and we will travel, learn, and grow together. If you are new to UCG, you are encouraged to come a few times. We are a lay-led congregation, and every service is different. And I'm going to have Marguerite, who is online, do the territorial acknowledgement. Thanks, Marguerite.
No problem. As we gather, let us take time to reflect on our privilege to live and work in Guelph and surrounding areas. Guelph is a city built over rich indigenous histories. We are guests here, and we should reflect upon the responsibility to care for this land, the people who live here today and generations to come. If our actions today can move us towards reconciliation, we should take pause and make those decisions with intention and gratitude.
Thanks, Marguerite. And now I'll have Brad come forward to light the chalice.
In this flame, we witness the power of transformation. Awed again by the wonder of life, we are grateful to be vital to this living universe and inspiring community.
Thanks, Brad. And now I'll have Diane give our opening words. And I just wanted to say that Diane has been taking Qigong classes with me weekly for about 2 years now. So it's really exciting to get her to be able to introduce a little bit about Qigong and the sort of Qigong that we will be embodying today.
Today I'd like to gently reintroduce you to the practice of Qigong, an ancient and deeply relevant tool for cultivating both the energies of action and the energies of rest. Qigong is a traditional Chinese mind-body practice that dates back over 8,000 years and started to be written down about 4,000 years ago. The word qi means life force or energy, and gong means skill or cultivation. So Qigong is about cultivating our life energy through intention, breath, and movement. This process often involves an integration of rapidly energizing and/or purging movements, and then slow, mindful movements. Qigong is one of the branches of the traditional Chinese medicine. According to Archimedes de Leon, like water, true power lies in gentle flow, embracing the yin of empathy, compassion, and intuition, while balancing the yang of effort and action. For it is in embodying this harmony that we unlock our limitless potential.
Thanks, Diane. And now we're going to go to page 163 in the Gray Book, For the Earth Forever Turning. And it is going to be led by YouTube unless somebody feels confident enough to lead, because that certainly won't be me. It is actually quite high, so feel free to sing in a lower register if that suits you better.
Is it for the Earth Forever tuning?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks so much for everybody who participated, and Liam for broadcasting that for us. And we're going to call the kids in now, the children, and see if instead of a story for all ages, we have movement for all ages. So the movement is directed towards the children, but for anybody who feels like they have a child within them or would like to participate, please feel free to, when the time comes and when we get some children in here, hopefully, stand up and participate or sit and participate. Just do what feels comfortable for you. We're going to start by standing up today, actually. And we're going to follow that guy on the screen who's leading us in some movement.
This is Chi Kids. As you can see, we've got some kids here, and we're coming to you live from Santa Cruz, and we're going to bring you some fun, some energy. Chi means energy, and I bet you guys have a lot of energy. And what we want to do with our energy is create health and happiness and connection, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're live. We're live. Come on, let's do this. All right. What is some favorite animals? Because Qigong is a movement that comes from nature. And when you watch nature, it moves with what we call effortless power. So we're going to think of some animals. Do you have a favorite animal? What's one of your favorite animals?
Mine is a panda. Oh no, a sloth.
A sloth. We're going to do some sloth movements because we're going to move super slow. But first, we're going to warm up. We're going to do an exercise called the tiger. Do you guys like tigers? I want to see tiger claws like this. Does that sound like a tiger?
It sounds like a lion. No, it sounds like a bat.
Okay, well, that was my best tiger. We're going to go like this. I want you to come down and growl as you come down like this. All the way to the ground like this. And inhale. And exhale. Oh, you guys are so flexible. And this is stretching your legs and giving you a good workout. And what you can think about is letting go anything that's bothering you, send it down to the earth. Deep breath in. Get the squiggles and the wiggles out. Move and circulate your energy. Get strong and powerful like a tiger. Little faster. Little faster. A little slower. One more time. Now cross your claws like this. Everybody cross your claws like this. Wrist cross. Show me your claws. All right, we're going to get powerful. We're going to get ferocious. Take a deep breath in through your nose and growl as you go like this. Do it one more time. Whoa, scary. Good job. All right. How do you feel? Nice? Good. Okay. All right, let's loosen up our spines with an exercise called, and I bet this is some of your favorite animals, dog wags the tail. Dog wags the tail. Yeah, you like dogs? I know we're all dog fans here. This one is for you, Charlie. That's the name of our dog at home. Step a little wider. Bend your knees. We're going to go like this. Shake your tail and wag. And we're going to try to move our lower spine. This is your hips. This is your low back, mid back, and upper back. So you're going to move all the joints in your spine and wag your tail. We want to have more wagging and less barking. And if you move your spines, your bodies will be happier. Breathe in through your nose. Wag your tail. How are you doing? Oh, these are happy dogs. Now slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow motion wagging. Go slow. Move your necks. Get all the joints in your spine to move. You want to move this right here. Yes, right here. Keep it moving. And slow down. Stand with your head lifted right up towards the sky. Take a deep breath and see if you feel a little bit of energy in your spine.
That is it.
So now we're going to sing the children out.
Go now in peace. May the love of all surround you. Everywhere, everywhere you may go.
Now comes to the time in our service where we stop the So now we're coming to the offering. Let's take a moment to acknowledge and give thanks for all the many ways that people support the UCG with their participation. From keeping in touch with fellow congregants to generously donating their time and talents to keep our services, programs, and our building running. Thank you. Our congregation thrives because of the commitment of so many among you. We also acknowledge those who support UCG through pre-authorized debit. For those here in the sanctuary, we will now pass the offering plate around. If you would like a tax receipt, please write your name on a brown envelope, which can be found in the donation plate. If you are visiting us for the first time, you are our guest. Please pass the plate along. And Liam, if you could play the music, that would be great.
Together we share, and by this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and by this we live.
Just testing out this microphone. Does that sound okay to people? Okay. So as I lead you through this Qigong practice,
The S's are really bouncing off. Can you wait a little bit more?
okay, designed to help you embody the energies of yin and yang, please listen to your body and take my instructions as suggestions only. Modify as you need to. Skip an exercise completely if it doesn't feel good to your body. Also, be aware that since we are working with Qi, which is our life force energy, it is also emotions that can come up as we start to move some of this energy. So notice if you need an emotional break too. And if you do have something emotional come up, please make sure you come to the discussion afterwards so so I can help you debrief, and the group as well can help with that. So if you're able to stand, let's start by standing. And Qigong stance is feet shoulder distance apart. Feet feeling like they're sinking into the ground, and feet are pointing forward if possible. So almost like we're standing on railroad tracks. And knees are slightly bent. And weight, the pelvis is more towards the heels, and the tailbone just relaxes a little bit. And then from here, we grow up tall in the spine and open the chest as much as feels comfortable without forcing it. And then crown of the head suspended as if from the universe, the source of our yang energy. Then we're going to take our hands, interlace the thumb and index finger, and put the hands over our belly. So we begin to breathe in and fill the belly with breath and feel our hands come out. And as we exhale, we let go. Navel gently squeezes towards the spine. Inhale with a gentle belly breath, expanding like a balloon. Exhale, navel goes towards the spine. And do this in your own rhythm. We're attempting equal breaths, an equal inhale, an equal exhale. And the longer you can make these breaths, the better. We're looking for, ideally, and with a lot of practice, maybe 4 or 5 seconds in and 4 or 5 seconds out. So the inhale is yang or energizing. It draws energy up the spine. The exhale is yin or receptive or letting go. Sends energy down to the earth. So the earth is the greatest source of our yin energy, whereas the sky or the universe or the sun or the stars is the greatest source of our yang energy. And let's see if we can embody that breath a bit more fully. So you may want to just stay with this breath if this is enough and this kind of breathing is new to you. Otherwise, we're going to try a full wave breathing where we inhale, fill the belly, fill the rib cage to the side, and let the chest expand. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly, contract. Inhale, energizing, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. And just see if you can notice yourself perhaps shifting states from where you may have been before you started this practice, just by the use of breath. And then either staying with the belly breathing or the wave breathing or adding some arm movements. On the inhale, we're going to bring the hands up. As the chest expands, hands come towards the chest, and then we're going to rotate the hands and reach for the sky. So bringing that yang energy back down on the exhale. Hands towards the chest, hands down. Once again, use your own breath pattern. You do not have to follow me. Do what feels good for you. As we just start to feel connected to these source energies of earth and sky. So there is no absolute yin or absolute yang energy. Everything is in relation to each other. So yin, kind of translated directly, is the shady side of the hill. But what happens is as the day moves on and the sun moves, what was the shady side of the hill in the morning may be the sunny side of the hill at night. And this move is called Buddha holds up the earth. And we'll do one more. And we'll exhale back down. And just standing with your hands at your sides, perhaps a little bit away from your sides. Really noticing your connection to the ground, allowing your lower body to really sink in to the earth. You can visualize yourself standing in wet sand, easy for me to say, and sinking in maybe up to your ankles. And then maybe being out in nature and being fed by the sun. And just notice if you may feel any buzzing or tingling or activation, perhaps in your hands, your arms, your body. You may not, and that's cool. And you may, and that's cool too. And now we're going to go into a more yang practice. So once again, please listen to your body. So we're just going to start by turning from the hips and the waist. So we're turning all the way from the tailbone. And the feet stay where they are. We're just having this rotation that's happening all the way from the tailbone, from the pelvic floor. And then we're going to swing our arms. And we may need some space just so we don't swing our arms into our neighbor. And this one is fairly vigorous. So once again, do what feels good for you. This one is activating. We are activating all sorts of energy points. The door of life is right at the back of the spine. There's kidney points. There's points in the abdomen, the lower rib cage. So you're just turning, swinging. Shoulders are relaxed. Arms are relaxed. And we are just waking up some energy. This is a great one to do at the beginning of the day to kind of get yourself going right after you've gotten out of bed and maybe done some nice deep breathing. And either stay here if you want. You can come up to under the collarbones. These points are really, really good for immunity physically. They're also really good for giving us courage. I don't think it was an accident that Tarzan beat his breast. So yes, immunity, courage, inspiration, helping to release grief, depression, sadness. And then we're going up and over to the neck and shoulders. This point, there's many, many energy meridians or pathways running through here, but the point that we're most focusing on is called gallbladder 21. And this helps with clear decision making. It kind of increases energy going to and from our heads, our brains. So if you have a decision to make, say, wait a minute, gotta do this. And you're still turning from your hips, from your waist, right from the base of the tailbone. And we'll come back down. And back down to what's called the chi belt. Once again, energizing. And now we go into the more yin movement, which is called water waves. And you're still turning from your hips and your waist. However, you're moving more slowly. And the visualization is as if you're running your hands through a pool of healing water. And you're releasing that which you no longer need into the water. This is great if you have anxiety to kind of help with calming. This is great if you have difficulty being in the present moment. You can notice the air going through your fingers, your feet on the floor. You can ask yourself the question, where am I? And hopefully the answer is, I am here. And just slow it down even more. Really mindfulness in motion here. So those two exercises, the knocking on the door of life was the first one I showed you. And then this one, which is called water waves, are often paired in a Qigong class to bring balance and harmony into the system. And just come to standing once again. If it feels okay, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths back into your belly. If closing your eyes is not what you'd like to do, perhaps you can soften your gaze and look down. And this next one is very, very yang, but also purging. So it's got yin elements as well. We always do this, or most of the time do this, before moving into the flow section of the class. So this one is called shaking. And once again, listen to your body as to what amount of shaking you would like to do. So we're going to start just by shaking our arms, relaxing, shaking all the way from the shoulders if it's possible, getting everything into it. And then if you want, bending the knees. And the breathing is a long inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. And you can freestyle this. So children do this, athletes do this before an event. You can see them shaking out their nervous energy. This is great to release stuck energy from the body and turn it into vitality and health, which is what we're aiming for. And we're going to give it our all for 15 more seconds. How rapidly can we shake? Make them very big. Make them very fast. And can you slowly slow them down? And just noticing if you feel any buzzing, tingling, activation. If you're feeling lightheaded, really feel your feet on the earth. Send the inhale down the legs into the earth, or the exhale, sorry. And begin to breathe deeply into your belly again. So now you have done the hard work of activating your life force energy. And the rest gets easier, I promise. We are now moving into the flow portion of the exercise, which is more about mindfulness, more about moving slowly, about relaxing. This is cultivating more yin energy, whereas perhaps before we were really cultivating the yang. And I invite you to see if you can make this a meditation in motion. So similar to Buddha holds up the earth, this one is called pulling up the earth. So as we inhale, our hips slide back and we're bending the knees and we're inhaling up and turning our palms towards the sky, and on the exhale we are composting down to the earth. So soft, gentle breathing through the nose. And gentle exhale through the nose, if that's available to you. And once again, you don't have to keep time with me. Listen to your body and your breath rhythm. for what pace you go at. So we're pulling the yin earth energy up. We're reaching for the sky, and we're exhaling anything that no longer serves us, that we no longer need in our bodies. Composting it, letting it grow into something beautiful, perhaps. If you want, you can close your eyes, go inside. And relaxing into one last movement. And bring your palms perhaps closer together. Relax your arms, hands, wrists, fingers, and maybe as you breathe, let them come apart. And you may or may not notice some heat, some magnetism between the palms. Whatever your experience is, that is your experience, and it is okay. And then we're going to do one more exercise to ground to the earth and one more exercise to bring in sky. So we are once again checking our stance, really feeling like we maybe have some tree roots growing from our feet and anchoring us in. Our knees are slightly bent, weight towards the heels, lifting through the spine. Crown of the head as if suspended from the universe and chin tucked lightly back and in. So fortifying our earth center, or what many Taoists feel is the center. The next movement is called double arm pebble in the pond. And what we're going to do is have our hands facing the earth. Perhaps noticing if you can feel the pull of gravity, if you can feel the earth energies. And as we exhale, we are going to send out an intention. And as we inhale, something similar is going to come back towards our center. So exhale, perhaps sending out an intention for love. Sending out an intention for peace. literally dropping pebbles in a pond and watching the ripples. This also physically really helps with digestion. And really helps to connect us with the earth, with yin. And 2 more. How slow, how relaxed can you be as you move mindfully? And then once again, playing with the chi ball. What happens when you inhale? What happens when you exhale? And now bringing the yang energy of the universe into our bellies. We're going to inhale, reaching for the universe, for the sky. Exhale, palms face us. We're smoothing our energies down and bringing energy down into the belly. Hands on the belly where yin and yang meet in our bodies. Bringing your feet as close together as feels comfortable. And returning full circle to where we started by breathing into your belly. Feeling it expand on the inhale, contract gently on the exhale. And then really, really softening your feet into the ground. Letting your ankles soften, your shins and calves, your thighs. And as you soften all the way up the body, you may start to rock and sway. Your body may want to incorporate the energy that
It's just that speaker there. If you move further away from it, yeah, that's perfect.
Sorry for the interruptions. So we are breathing into the belly, our center, the place where yin and yang meet. This is called the lower Dan Qian, which can be translated as energy field or energy elixir. We really want to store our excess energy here rather than in our heads. And just visualizing yourself as a piece of bamboo. This one's called Bamboo in the Wind. You're not moving the wind is moving you. See if you can allow that effortless action. And like bamboo, you are strong, yet flexible. And whenever you're ready, taking a big deep breath, exhaling, letting the hands go, and returning to your chair. And Diane's going to read our closing words.
Our closing words are from Ken Cohen. Stillness and action are relative, not absolute principles. It is important to find a balance of yin and yang, not just in Qigong, but in everyday life. In movement, seek stillness and rest. In rest, be mindful and attentive.
Now we'll have Brad extinguish the chalice, please.
To light this chalice, we part